Guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be comparing the Hermes Kelly 28s in Retourne and Sellier. Ever since I got this bag, which if you didn't see this unboxing, I will link it right up here. I have been just like waiting. I've been waiting to film the unboxing so that I can do this comparison. You guys know, if you saw my unboxing for this bag, which I'll also link right here, I basically have been raving about the Hermes Kelly in the Retourne style, which is very different for YouTube. I feel like everyone's always talking about the Sellier style. So I feel like since I have such a different opinion than everybody else, this is going to be a very helpful review. If you guys want to know what I think about the Hermes Sellier Kelly versus the Retourne Kelly, then please just keep on watching. But wait, you are going to say, if you're not already subscribed, and tell yourself, I post on Wednesdays and on Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I feel like you're going to be here when I do. If you like, you like Hermes fashion, you like the Hermes Kelly, I feel like this is definitely where you're going to be. So you should subscribe if you're not already. And you should follow me over on Instagram if you're not already. It's just a K-Danger. I post every single day over there. Every day is real. Outfit of the day, something on stories. A lot. Okay, we post a lot over there. So you should follow me over there if you're not already. And with all that out of the way, let's jump into the video. So I will start off by saying, if you guys want like a very in-depth review about the Kelly 28 and the Retourne style, I did already film one of those. So I'll link it up here for you. I go into depth about what fits in here. I do mod shots. Like there's a lot. Okay, there's a lot in that video. So definitely watch that video if you want like even more details than what I'm going to do here. So this is, like I said, the Retourne Kelly. This is the Kelly 28 in Togo leather in the color Jaune Ombre. I said that wrong, I'm sure, but that's the color. So when I say Retourne, what that means is the sides of the bag are flipped inward. So basically they make the bag and then they flip it inside out to give it this like softer edge where you can see the piping instead of seeing like a harsh edge. And it gives the bag a much slouchier appearance. Whereas this Kelly, this is the Hermes Kelly 28 also, and this is in noir box leather with palladium hardware. This is in the Sellier style. So you can see that it's completely different. You can see no piping, like the piping you can see very visibly here, but here this is just like a very harsh edge. This is a lot boxier, not slouched at all, and probably will never slouch. Extremely shiny because the box leather is just incredible in every single way. But you can see it's definitely just more of a harsh edge, and even the corners are a little bit harsher, like they're very pointy basically. So even though the two bags are exactly the same, the Retourne style is flipped inside out when they're actually making the bag, whereas this one, they make it like this and they keep it like this. So it's very well known that the Kelly in the Sellier style will keep its structure a lot better. And I think that's why a lot of people tend to gravitate towards it, because it's good on its own. You don't need anything to help with this. You don't need an organizer. You don't need a solitary thing. Like this is going to be a-okay. This bag is from 2018. This bag is from 2019. So they're pretty close. But again, you can see the very large difference between how this one is much more relaxed versus this one that is just much more put together. These are called the Kelly 28, which by the way, you guys know, if you saw my Kelly review video, the Kelly comes in a bunch of sizes. Okay, not just the 28. It just so happens 28 is my favorite and the one that I have the most of. So it's called the Kelly 28 because it's supposed to measure 28 centimeters across. Because I did already measure the Retourne Kelly in my previous Kelly review video, I'm just going to include them here because you guys already saw me use my handy dandy tape measure to do that. Usually the Sellier tends to look bigger than the Retourne just because of how it's constructed, because it looks more boxy, and a lot of people really don't like the Kelly 28 in the Sellier style, and I was actually in that boat. I feel even if you see them here, this one looks bigger. Like the black one looks bigger than the yellow one. And even though they're the same size, that's just how it is because of this construction. Like you can see it comes out a lot here and then it kind of goes inward. So because of that, I am going to measure to see if it's actually 28 centimeters across the base. But keep in mind, Hermes bags are completely 100% handmade. So there's a lot of different times where, you know, it's a Kelly 25, but it actually measures 26 or it measures 24, whatever the case is. This is actually one of the cases. It is 29 centimeters across the bottom. From the top to the bottom, it is about 22 centimeters. And the handle drop is going to be 10 centimeters. Because the Kelly tapers off, and this is the same for the Retourne, but it's probably not going to be as exaggerated for the Retourne style. So it does kind of go taper off into like almost a triangle type of situation here. So I will tell you the base width and then the top width. Listen, I went to school for math and I still can't figure this out. The base width is probably 11.5 centimeters. And then the top width is 3 centimeters. So that's actually a really big taper. So as you can tell, the Sellier Kelly doesn't actually only appear to be bigger. It actually is bigger. When it comes to the actual functionality of the bags, I still feel very strongly that the Retourne Kelly is infinitely easier to use. This is how long it takes to get into the Retourne Kelly, okay? You just twist the turn lock, undo the sangles, and you're like,
okay, you're making me look bad.
And that's it, you're in, and you can just open her wide open, get the things you need. Oh, I just love it. I love it when it looks like this. I've actually started leaving them open because I kind of just like the way that looks. But I usually would just do the turn lock and leave the sangles just dangling like that. That's usually how I would use it. Or like I said, open. So, I mean, look at how easy it is to do that. Like the easiest thing ever. And if you need to grab something, it takes 3 seconds. It's very simple. The Sellier version is not so simple. And I don't know, because the only Sellier bag that I have is this one in box leather. I don't know if my experience with this is because it's in box leather or because it's Sellier. Like, I don't know what an Epsom one would be like or another leather. So I'm basing it off that. So keep that in mind. But this thing is a pain in the ass. It is so tight. And like I said, this bag is from 2019. Like, it's not like it was yesterday. That was like 6 years ago, my guy. There is no reason.
I'm still trying to get this open. Still.
No reason for it to be this difficult, okay? It's so freaking tight. If you want to get something in here, by the way. Can you hear that? Why? What's the reason? The thing sounds like it needs, what is it called? WD-40? Is that what it's called? It's more stiff, which means it holds its shape better. So it's really like, it's a trade-off. You know, do you want it to be easier but slouchier, or do you want it to be a little bit harder but hold its shape for the rest of its life? Like, that's the trade-off here. It's something that I was willing to work with for a box leather Kelly. Like, I am all about a box leather Kelly. Can't talk me out of it, okay? So I'm not going to do an entire what fits inside for these bags because, like I said, I did that in my Kelly review, and that all stands true, obviously, because it was like this exact bag that was it this one? No, it was the blue one that I did that video with. But a lot fits in both of these bags. However, this bag is bigger but fits less than this bag, because the thing with this bag is you can fill it up and this will stretch out. This will kind of widen as you fill it with things, and then you're able to close it because this is a more like malleable leather. Whereas something like this, not just because it's in box leather, but because it's like this more structured, stiff style, you can't really fill it much because this is not going to open up much more than what it is already. And even if it does open up, you're not going to be able to close it. So in general, this looks like it would fit a lot more, but it does not. And again, this looks a little smaller. This looks like it would fit less, but it fits even more. If you're looking at these two and you're like,
oh, well, I am the kind of person who carries everything in the kitchen sink to leave my house.
It's not even a question. Like, don't even look at this one. This is the one for you, okay? Although, again, like I said, it's a Kelly 28. It's going to still fit a bunch of stuff. Now, with that being said, I myself don't carry a lot at all. I almost carry nothing. So for me, like anything would work. A mini Kelly would have more than enough space for me, okay? Not even a wallet, a Kelly to go would have more than enough space for me. Another thing that I'm noticing as I'm holding both of these bags up is the weight. This is significantly heavier than this in my hands. Like, I can tell you this is heavier, and I don't think it's because it's Retourne. I think it's because it's Togo. Togo is known to be a pretty heavy leather. I think Clemence is probably the only one that is heavier than Togo, and that's because Clemence is just, she's thick. She real thick leather. This Sellier style doesn't come in every single leather. Like, if you want a Sellier style, you're looking at Epsom, you're looking at Box, you're looking at Chev, Tadillac, things like that. If you're looking at a Retourne Kelly, you're looking at Togo, you're looking at Clemence, you're looking at Swift, Evercolor. Depending on what your favorite leather is, what leather you enjoy from Hermes, that could also make your decision. So depending on if you like the softer leathers like Togo, I love Swift, I love
I love Evercolor.
and then things like Epsom, Box. I don't love Clemence. I probably love every single leather except Clemence. Something that I don't feel like I see a lot of people talking about when it comes to comparing the Retourne versus the Sellier style of Kelly is the corner wear. The corner wear is a huge factor. I mean, in my opinion, it's a huge difference. So if you see this corner, it's rolled in. This is not a sharp edge. This is just rounded and it's soft. If you bump into something with this leather, with this corner, I mean, yeah, you can get wear. I'm not saying you can't get wear, but the chances of you getting wear on this and like having this completely rub off are not as high as something like this. This is obviously much more prone to getting wear. Look how sharp and harsh that edge is. Like you bump into something with this, it's over for you. It's over. I've used both of these bags for several occasions. This one I've used a lot because it's black, like it goes with everything. And this one, like I said, I have 3 Kelly 28s, so I've used all 3 of them a bunch of times. And I have to say, just from like a usability standpoint, this is infinitely easier. This is just, for me as a mom of 2, this is a no-brainer. This is the way to go. This is like the best decision I've ever made. It's just so easy to go in, grab what you need, and be done with it. This is a whole to-do. I know when I wear this, I better have nothing important in here because I will not be getting it out. I don't have the patience. Not me. Okay, maybe you do, but I don't. Aesthetically, I want to say that the box leather wins just because it's box leather and I think it's freaking stunning. And like, look how shiny and delicious this is. But I also really love the slouch and like the ease of this Kelly 28. But I guess like if I had to give it to one, I'm going to give it to this one. With that being said, if it's your first time buying an Hermes Kelly, whatever size, 25, 28, 32, 35, which one do I recommend that you buy first? I first bought the Retourne style. You guys know it was my blue Zanzibar one. And I don't regret that at all. And I think I would definitely do that again. I feel like when you are wearing a casual outfit, which I feel like we're mostly doing, like, are we always going to fashion shows? I don't think so. Are we always going to galas? Because I'm not. I feel like for a casual day out shopping or going to brunch or whatever, the Kelly 28 in the Retourne, or not even 28, just the Kelly in the Retourne style in general is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love the style of this open. Even with the flap kind of like tucked in like this, I think this is just, I just love this so much. So I am going to recommend this one. So guys, that is it for my comparison. Definitely let me know in the comments what you guys thought. Was this a different take? Because I feel like everybody is always pushing the Sellier so hard. And I even thought myself like,
oh, I have to get a Sellier first.
But when I really sat down and thought about it, I do prefer the Retourne just in general. So definitely let me know in the comments what you guys thought. Which of these 2 styles are you gravitating towards? Do you have any Kellys? What is your favorite Kelly size? 25, mini, 28, 32, 35. Definitely let me know in the comments. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I post every single day over there. And that's all I have to say. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. But you can see it's definitely more like just aggressive, you know, be aggressive.